Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Hanis Mahira binti Ruslan. I am the CEO of the company. Next.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am SHARIAH binti Azhar. I am the shareholder of the company.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nakia binti Baharum. I am second shareholder of the company.
Hi, I am Noraini binti Maruf and I am the first financial manager.
And hi, my name is Rafika binti Mazli. I am the second financial manager.
Okay, we will begin our role play now. Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you for your cooperation to attend our meeting today. Today's agenda is to discuss the decision to make an investment. Hence, I present to you our two financial analysts, which is Aini and Afika, to discuss more about the investment. I think I will pass the floor to Aini. The floor is yours.
Before that, may I know which company is worth it for us to invest in?
Okay, we have discussed with the financial managing department about that matter, and then we have made shortlisted 3 companies to invest in, which are Malayan Banking Berhad that offers sukuk, and then for both company DG and Kenangan Investment Bank Berhad that offer equity investment. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. But may I know that those company that you mentioned earlier, is it worth it that for us to invest in? Can someone clarify about this?
Okay, yes. First of all, may I get your permission to share the presentation? Okay.
Yes, sure.
This is the fundamental analysis of Malayan Banking Berhad that offers sukuk. As you can see, the ROE is 7.16%. It shows the ROE is lower. Okay, the low ROE indicates that the lower return to the investor. And then PE, price earning to share, indicate that how much the investor have been willing to pay for the earning, and then the PE of Malayan Banking Berhad is the investor willing to pay is 14 ringgit and 47 cent in 2020 for every ringgit of the earning per share. This means that the investor perceive and trust on the company because they were having more growth potential and less risk than the other company. And then for the EPS is 57 cent and it indicates that a company's ability to produce at profit for common shareholder is higher. A higher ratio means the company generates more profit and sufficient to distribute to its shareholder. Each investor gets dividend worth 52 cents per share. Next, dividend yield is a financial ratio that indicates how much a company pay out in dividend each year relative to its share price. The dividend yield is the return on the investment for a stock that shareholder take. The dividend yield of the company is 6.3%, and for the NTA of the Malayan Banking Berhad is 7.16%. It indicates maximum revenue for the forthcoming years. And then for the next company, which is DG.com Berhad, as you can see, the ROE is sorry, wait. Okay, so the ROE is 201%. It indicates that DG was effectively managing their department's share capital. And then the PE, according to the table, the PE is 63 ringgit and 70 cent per share for ringgit of EPS. The price to earning is one of the most extensively used measures for determining a stock's relative valuation by investor analysis. And then the EPS for the Malayan Banking Berhad is 57 ringgit and 70 cent. And oh no, the EPS is 15 and 70 cent, and the dividend per share that investor get is 15 and 60 cents. And for the dividend yield is 3.8%. A stock that has a market price considerably higher than what a shareholder gets in dividends implies that the stock is quite valuable to the shareholder. For the last company is Kenanga Investment Bank Berhad. Okay, the ROE is 10 and 18%, which is indicated that it is a low ROE. A low ROE considered that a company may be mismanaged and could be reinvesting earnings into unproductive assets. And then for the PE ratio, it indicates that investors were willing to pay 54 ringgit and 65 cent for every ringgit of earning per share. And then for the EPS for Kenanga is 14 and 56 cents. That means it is low earnings, shown that the company has spent a lot of money on growth in the past year. Each investor get dividend worth 88 and 80 cents per share. Next dividend yield for Kenanga is 1.1%. This implies that the stock market price is considerably higher than the dividend payment a shareholder gets from owning the stock. And NTA can be used to determine company risk levels such as solvency and liquidity. Thus, the NTA is 0.64% of maximum revenue for the forthcoming years. Okay, that's all about the fundamental analysis. If there are any other information that you want to know.
Yes. May I know when is the best time to invest in those three companies?
Yes, of course. I will explain more about the technical analysis that always investors use to make an investment. So here we go. There are three technical that investors prefer to use, which are moving average, relative strength index, which is RSI, and stochastic. So as you can see, in screen is shown the moving average of DG.com Berhad based on the chart. There are two lines that indicate short term and long term. These two lines cross and create golden cross and red cross. How we see the golden cross was occur when the short-term line cross above the long-term line, and the dead cross will occur when the short-term line cross below to long-term line. Hence, when the golden cross is occur, it is indicate a signal to buy, and when the dead cross is indicate to sell. Okay. For the DG.com Berhad was in April, middle of July, beginning of October, and November. There is a golden cross, and for the dead cross was occur within May, August, and end of October 2020. For Kenanga Investment, Golden cross was occur in March, April, July, and middle of October, and the dead cross was occur in January, March, and September. Okay, for the next technical analysis is relative strength index. So the relative strength index is RSI. Values of 70 and above have traditionally been interpreted and used as sign that security is trading to become overbought or overvalued and may be poised for a trend reversal or correction in price. When RSI readings below 30 indicate an oversold or overvalue condition. Based on the chart, the RSI of DG.com Berhad show in March is below 30. So it indicate DG was oversold. For the Kenanga Berhad, Kenanga Investment Bank Berhad, sorry. Based on the figure above, when RSI above 70, it shows an overbought signal. Then the stock will make a pullback and change its trend to a downtrend. Thus, at the time we must avoid buying the stock. Okay, for the last technical analysis is stochastic. How to use it is reading the two lines which are K line and D line. Okay, based on the chart, DG.com Berhad stochastic readings, the value of K line is 14% and the D line is 1%. DG.com Berhad stocks are in overbought range on February, April, June, and July, October, and November of 2020. Through the end of the year, the value of stochastic D is 1% and the stochastic K is 14%. We made 62.066 and 15.717 respectively. Hence, it is show is ideal. For Kenanga Investment Bank Berhad, the chart above indicated that the value of K line is 14% and the D line is 3%. The area of above 80 indicates an overbought region which occur in April, May, July, August, and November. A sell signal is given when the oscillator is above the 80 level and then crosses back below 80. Kenanga stocks are in oversold range in March and September, which is that range is below 20. A buy signal is occur when the oscillator is below 20 and then crosses back above 20. So for the two shareholders, that clear to you?
Yes, it's very clear. Thank you for your explanation. But then, which company that show the best performance to invest?
Okay, I think we will not decide now because this matters is big. Hence, it need to be discussed with our board of directors first. Later, I will call for another meeting to present the company's decision. And I think that's all for today. And the meeting will be adjourned.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you.